Hello guys, welcome to auxiliary space. Today we will see all the things about vector which we have to know, and that will work in our competitive programming and in development also. It will work for C++ development. Vector is also a very important topic, so let's get started. I'll include standard basic template library /std C++ Raj using namespace so yeah, to initialize vector we have to use vector keyword with data type and then vector name. Okay, so this will be syntax for to initialize vector. You can create data type, can be here. I'll mark it. Data types can be like different data types: int, char, string, pair. Like this you can use float, double, like that. And now I initialize first vector r, integer type vector. I'll name it as my vector. Okay, so this is basic implementation of vector. So if you want to insert any value inside your vector, so you have to use your vector name, then pushback. So by using this I am inserting like 5, then again I am inserting 7, like this. You have to insert any value. If you want to insert, you have to insert like this. And if you want to remove something from vector, you just have to specify my vector dot popback. Only this, it will remove last value. So it stores like I am first inserted in my vector 5, then 7. So this will remove 7. Now 5. From back it removes. And to check your size of vector, you have to use my vector dot size. It will give size of your vector. So suppose it giving, I'll take integer n, then I'll store this size and I'll see out and let me run it. We are getting 1. So currently we have only this element in our vector. Okay, now we'll check before this size, before popback we'll check it. Okay, now we'll check our vector size before this. It's showing 2, you can see. So it removed 1 element. Also, like suppose same like pushback, we have a back option to insert. That is slight minus difference between them, just time difference. Back is much faster than pushback. In some websites you can see instead of pushback they used back. So here back I used. I'll remove this popback for a while. I'll run it again. We will see 2 as our output. Okay, and after that, if you want to show, you print your values of vector, then here we have 3 different types of method. So to insert to iterate over your vector, you have iterator and using array method and also using 8. Okay, these things we can use to traverse our vector. What traversal? Okay, so first we will go through array method. I'll put it at top. Iterator will see it last. So also before this, I'll tell you, if suppose if you want to check your vector is empty or not, just use your vector name dot empty. This will tell you whether your vector is empty or not. Let me run it. My vector is empty or not. 0, false. My vector is not empty. So if I have this 2 times, then it will show 1, because after that my vector will got empty 1. Okay. I'll keep it as un also. Now we'll traverse our vector. So first, array method. Integer I0, I less than. We have seen vector dot size. I don't want to specify any size. There can be 1, 2 to n. First we will traverse it till n size. I want to see all the elements in my vector. So my vector, okay, square bracket I. I'll put a space here. Let me run it. So 5 and 7, 2 values are there in my vector. I can also access these values through add keyword dot add I. So using this keyword also I can access my vector size. I can traverse my vector. Okay. So like 5 and 7. Also, apart from these 2 methods, I'll keep both the method here so you can use them. Okay. Apart from these 2 methods, we have one iterator method also. Let me show you that also. So if you want to initialize iterator, so for initialization iterator we have also 2 methods. One, we have to declare like vector int scope resolution operator iterator it I declared. So now for time sake we'll leave it, we use other method. This I'll explain you sometime after. At that time you will understand it better. So I'll use other method, or just use auto keyword. It will auto keyword assign data type automatically, so it will assign iterator data type to it, and I use my vector name. Now I want to print all the values inside it. Okay, so now it will again print 5 7. Okay, this here we use auto keyword to automatically give the data type of the iterator which we are taking. Suppose it can be int, char, anything, and this is my vector, so it will be integer type data type. So okay, now we come to iterator. So I initialize iterator. In iterator we have different values, like if you want to start your vector, I'll initialize a for loop integer. Okay, so if you want to start it, you can use vector dot begin. Okay, I'll declare my vector dot begin. So begin key here, begin function we use. Begin always state that you are starting your vector from first index. Okay, so begin for 0, it approaches 0 to n, and same this we have end keyword that is showing to our nth position last, and like this also we have r begin and r end. Okay, first we'll see my vector dot begin. So I initialize I with the value my vector dot begin. I'm telling that I is not equal to my vector dot end, and I plus plus. I'll print the value cout. Here one thing, you have to keep it in asterisk because it's an pointer. Here instead of I we will use iterator because we already have it as iterator, not I. So I'll use it. All the places I'll use it, and below also I'll use iterator. Now I'll run it. 5 and 7 we are getting output, and I'll mention whatever we have till now discussed so we can check other remaining parts. So have we seen vector dot begin, we have seen vector dot end function, we have seen vector size, we have checked vector empty or not, we have seen pushback, we have seen popback, we have seen emplacement, we have seen iterators, right? So till now we have seen all these things, empty or not, iterator. Now we'll see vector dot erase and clear, two different methods. So first we'll see erase method, then we'll see clear method. Okay, so I'll mention both of them here. Erase, 10th one is clear. Okay, so same thing here, as we see my vector is empty or not, it's showing. Before this I'll erase, I'll create a iterator, vector int iterator it equal to my vector dot begin. Now I want to remove first element from my vector. So what I will do, erase function, my vector dot erase my iterator. I am passing address of the first element, then I will iterate my vector. Okay, so after removing first element, let me see what will be the output. Only 7 I guess we will get. So I removed iterator. What iterator showing? It previously declared here. Where? Okay, I'll remove it. So we are getting only 7. Same thing we can do, like we have checked, we can clear our vector. So let me, instead of vector dot erase, I'll comment out both things, and I'll use vector dot clear. So now if you check whether my vector is empty or not, it will be empty. It will output as 1 because I used clear. So my vector is empty. So far we have seen all 10 points. We'll also see some R begin. and R end. Now we will use 3 more methods. We will see resize, front, back. Okay, so I'll make it here 5 7 9. First we'll see front. I use here, I'll comment this out, both see out my vector dot front. It will give me front element of my vector, that is 5. Now I'll use my vector dot end, sorry, back. It will give me last element of my vector. So what is last element of my vector? Position 59. Okay, this also printing front 5 and 9. I'll put a end line here. Now my front value will be 5, back value is 9, and now we'll see one resize keyword. Why we use this resize? Sometimes in LeetCode questions you will see that you have to resize your vector. So resize, let me do it, resize to, suppose I want to resize to 1. Okay, so I have resized my vector to 1. So what it will do, it will have only one value in my vector. Suppose if my vector having 5 values, then it will make it to 1. And if my vector already have like 7 to 4 3 values, I'll resize to my vector 4. Then my front value I will get and back value will be 0. So every element, like I resize to 4. So my first 5, second 7, third 9, then 4. After that, whatever value I resize, it will be 0. Okay. And with resize, I'll also tell you one other method through which you can also use in vector. Mostly you use, like if you want to use it, size of vector you can give here to declare that I told you. And with size of vector you can also assign value, what value you want to insert in your vector. Like suppose I put it here 1, so till n it put 1. Suppose I given 5, so till first 5 it will create a vector of 5 elements and put 1 in all of them. Okay, let me run it. So first 5 element will be 1, then 5 7 9. I'll remove this resize. So 1 and 9, 1 and 9. These are LeetCode methods you can use to solve LeetCode problems and during your projects also. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Please do like and subscribe and also share with your friends.